our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us at the slide outs today are trainers Casey, Kylan, and Julie to help demonstrate some of these behaviors. One of the very first behaviors we train the whales is what's called a fluke present, and that's where the whale will present their tail flukes to the trainers, just as both Sakari and Kamea are demonstrating right now. In this position, we get a great look at their entire underside of their body, and we also have access to the easy-to-see shallow veins located on the underside of their tail flukes. Once a month, our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these very veins, and the whales are conditioned to stay calm throughout the entire procedure. Throughout today's presentation, you may notice us giving back rubs, tail massages, or even pectoral flipper massages. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just another way we can strengthen our relationships with them. Another very important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each animal weighs. So once a week, we ask our whales to slide out onto a killer whale size scale located in one of our adjacent pools. And Takara is demonstrating this slide out behavior now. In this position, you may notice from that dorsal fin all the way down to her tail flukes is still in the water. This is called the peduncle, and it's packed full of powerful muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to get an accurate weight, we simply ask her to lift her head and tail up and out of the water. And this is how we know, as of Tuesday morning, Takara is weighing in at 4,530 pounds. It's important to know the weights of our animals to ensure our younger whales, like Sakari and Kamea, are growing appropriately, and our older whales, like Takara here, are maintaining a healthy weight. All of these husbandry behaviors ensure that our whales are both healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. For the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment that they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching their mothers or other members of their pod by mimicking their movements. Here at SeaWorld, they mimic our movements, kind of like a game of follow the leader. So down at the glass with Kamea and our new friend Andrea, we're going to mimic some of her movements. So let's give Kamea a big wave hello, and let's see what happens. And would you look at that? Kamea is waving right back at you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight, both above and below the water. And we'll often see our whales spy hopping or jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. So we're going to ask Kamea for a behavior called a sighting valve. So they're going to take that pointer finger and throw it across their shoulder. And it looks like Kamea saw you, so she's diving down to the bottom of this 40-foot habitat to jump out in the center. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kamea. That was incredible, Kamea. Now we're on the other side of the stadium hanging out with her mother, Takara. We're going to learn more about how killer whales communicate. Killer whales communicate in a variety of different ways, and one of those ways is through the use of vocalizations. So Alfonso, why don't you go ahead and ask for one of those vocalizations now?